Meanwhile, clear night as we take a live look at our nation's capital. President Biden is now less than a half hour from delivering his State of the Union address. That speech expected to tout his accomplishments and lay out his agenda for a potential second term, including the infrastructure law and fighting for abortion access. This year's address comes ahead of an election rematch against former President Donald Trump. Ben Brown with our ABC 15 political team shows us the Arizona connections at tonight's State of the Union and what we can expect.
Millions of Americans will tune in tonight as Joe Biden delivers his State of the Union address and makes his case directly to voters about why he is ready to serve 4 more years.
The stakes are very high for Biden because he is running behind Trump in almost every national survey. So he needs to present his vision to the American public. He needs to let people know that he is still up to the job.
The president is expected to tackle a range of issues and contrast his position from likely Republican challenger Donald Trump, who all but solidified a rematch following Super Tuesday.
Biden will talk about his record and how he sees the economy as improving. Foreign policy will get a lot of attention, and certainly the Ukraine war and the war in the Middle East, some of the hot-button social issues.
Some of those hot-button issues will hit home right here in Arizona. Congressmen on both sides of the aisle agree the border should be a priority in tonight's speech.
An honest response to the chaos of our border being a border state, and maybe a little less on rhetoric and a little more on facts that we can actually build policy from.
More asylum judges, so people actually have a chance to ask for their claims, but at the same time, long-term border security through more border patrol, more customs officers, and of course, immigration reform.
While the president will be front and center, the guests in the audience also play a part.
It's just an incredible honor, to be asked and to represent the Gila River Indian community. As you know, I'm the governor for the tribe, and really, to at least shine a light on the issues that the Gila River Indian community is facing, that the 22 tribes in Arizona are facing, and that all of Indian country is facing.
First Lady Dr. Jill Biden invited Arizona's own Gila River Governor Stephen Roe Lewis, among a handful of other leaders and community activists, while Congressman Ruben Gallego invited his fellow Marine comrades from the Navajo Nation.
It's just this big moment built up together from our service to now, so this is really cool.
For the ABC 15 political team, I'm Ben Brown.